My name is Chuck Bennett, and I weighed 317 pounds before the lap band, and right now I'm sitting at about 212 pounds. Oh, I've tried just eating protein. I've tried just eating salad. I've tried eating just yogurt. I've tried, the Atkins. I've tried the apple diet. I've tried, I don't know. I've tried, Zenadrine. What's hydroxycut. I mean, I've tried all kinds of different ways to maintain my weight. Small portions, large portions. Having a free day one time a week. I felt like I've tried all kinds of diets that seem to have lost, you lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, and then you put it back on the next weekend, and you're like, why did I even do that? I think old habits die hard, and I think that I just wanted to be able to eat when I wanted to eat, and I didn't want to be restricted in any kind of way. I felt like I wanted the results, but I didn't know what the restriction was going to be about, and I think that in itself made me feel like maybe that wasn't for me. But once I began to hear the stories at the weight loss center that you can eat, the way that everybody else eats, but the smaller pouch made it possible for you to enjoy the same types of food, but that you wouldn't overindulge so much, then I knew that my commitment was sold at that point. I was like, I'm there. I am so there with that. Actually, I knew that I wanted to do it, and then right before I got ready and I got the approval, then I started thinking, maybe I shouldn't do that. And maybe it's going to stop me from eating in a social environment that I would want to enjoy myself at, and I thought maybe I can try to do it on my own. But just going to the weight loss groups, the surgical groups, and seeing people's how they would be so excited when they felt like they've achieved a goal. That was for me. And I knew the tool was for me. I knew that the band would be for me, no matter what cold feet I had. I find that I'm able to partake about a little bit of each thing that I want, instead of just eating apple pie or eating a big piece of cake or whatever. But I can try a little bits, and I'm just as satisfied as if I was to overindulge on cake and ice cream or steak or whatever it is, mashed potatoes. The list goes on. I could just eat whatever, and I would eat everything instead of trying to sample a little bit of each, because I know that that I'm going to be satisfied and sustain my fullness. I think when you first get the surgery, you're kind of restricted, and then I think there comes a period of 2 or 3 fills that you go to, and then when you start to gain that restriction and that understanding of the fullness feeling, early on, that was my aha moment. This is what this tool is about. This is what this lap band's about, and I could feel like I could manage that. Since losing the weight, the most I've ever come up is 5 pounds, but I've maintained my weight loss in 7 months, 90 pounds. I mean, it speaks volumes to me. I mean, I feel like I can, go to school. I feel empowered. I feel like I can do anything that I want, that I can set my mind to.